In revealing Monster to Martyr, representing Mary Dyer, the article highlights the story of Mary Dyer, a once mother and wife in the Puritan faith that ended up being excommunicated from Massachusetts, as well as the Puritan religion due to being an outspoken and dissenting uh, practitioner, being friends with other outspoken practitioners such as Anne Hutchinson, and ultimately joining the Quaker faith. Uh, she tried to rejoin the colony 3 times. The first 2 times she was convicted and banished with the threat of death. The third time she was convicted and ultimately hanged for being a Quaker. The article shows how this remarkable story really has received less attention over the years than Anne Hutchinson's story. However, Mary Dyer's story has really more elements of her being a martyr and a symbol against women's oppression. Again, some of the key details of the story show the oppression instituted by the Puritan Church. Um, I said, if you are a strong and outspoken woman, your life was discredited. Uh, Basically, in Mary Dyer's case, she was labeled a monster and pretty much said that she gave birth to a monster, ultimately saying that she was of sin. And then through that, she was banished from Massachusetts. Her story has been told since the 1600s, and early historians focused more on really the miscomings of the Puritan faith, not so much her story as a martyr. However, more recently, historians and other researchers have highlighted her as a key symbol for the feminism movement. As such, it was highlighted in Gerda Lerner's Women's Rights and American Feminism, showing that she was a symbol against women oppression. As well with that, through her story, we get to learn a little bit more about other women that were oppressed through the Puritan Church. In the article, Prison Writings of Early Quaker Women, We Were Stronger Afterward Than Before, this shows other women that were jailed. While Mary Dyer was the only one executed, there were other women that were persecuted for being Quakers and being outspoken against the Puritan faith. These are just further examples of how uh, the culture of the early founding religions of the colonies have fallen out of favor over the years, such as the Puritan religion. You can see in the writings, John Winthrop has fallen out as a leader, where back in the 1800s and the 1900s, it was more of a celebrated first founder of colonies. However, in the article Remembering and Forgetting John Winthrop, it shows towards the 20th century, researchers have not looked favorably on those past oppressions. So, in looking through it as well, you can see the changes of historians looking at some of these events through more of a 21st century lens focused on maybe something that happened in the 17th century.